Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited to be here to recap episode number 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Okay. Starting off, this has been like the best episode of Drag Race in I don't know how long. And immediately starting into the episode, Crystal is calling out Vinegar. Well, not really, she's saying it in her confessional, so it's not really calling her out, but she's saying what I think everybody is thinking, that Vinegar is just not on everybody else's level, girl. As I'm saying this and editing this, I realized I don't have eyelashes on, so just try to ignore that. And Bag of Chips is still my favorite queen immediately into this episode. She's so fucking funny, talking about how I'm gonna need bigger tits to fit all my badges on them. And Vivian's remark is so cute. I love their relationship so far. I'm excited to see how it unfolds. Hopefully they get in some kind of a fight and end up hating each other by the end of the season. That would be fun.
Well, Dizzy.
How'd you feel, bud?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get bigger tits so I can fit all my badges on my tits.
Oh, she's so humble.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 7 tits, yeah, to put all the badges on.
For real, this was like the best episode of Drag Race in such a long time. It had a great runway, it had great looks for the runway. It was essentially just Drag on a Dime, but UK edition. But it was fucking great. It had a great mini challenge, it had a lot of great banter between the queens. It had a lovely guest appearance. Miss Raven was in the episode, and she stole the show, honestly. Raven was the star of the episode within those 2 minutes. So for the mini challenge, the girls had to run around the maypole, and they were playing musical maypole, like musical chairs, but with the maypole. So when RuPaul stopped them, they had to dance to, obviously, some of RuPaul's music. And Crystal was fucking robbed of this mini challenge. I never would have thought to fucking use the maypole as a stripper pole and get on it like that. That is so bold, and that was such a good idea.
Are you ready, Crystal?
Crystal just mounted the pole and she is giving me serious side ball.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul.
Davina also really surprised me during the maypole. She was the first one up, and RuPaul went, Davina de Campo, and Mama just went, bam, into a split, no problem, and I did not expect that from Davina, so I was shook.
Davina! Trunk it like a trumpet.
And then when RuPaul calls out Cheryl to dance her part on the maypole, she does not 1, but 2 death drops within those 30 seconds, which I thought was not really the best idea, because if and when she lip syncs, she's clearly gonna do death drops, and it's definitely not gonna be as exciting because we've already seen her do it. And Crystal, once again, says what we are all thinking about Miss Cheryl.
Cheryl Hall! Let's show these bitches how it's done.
Cheryl wins the mini challenge, taking us into the main challenge, which I already said is Posh on a Penny, Posh on a Pound, what was it? It was called Posh on a Penny, but I thought was, you know, I feel like it should have been Posh on a Pound, right? Like, I don't know. They don't have pennies in the UK, so that doesn't really work, but okay. For winning the mini challenge, Cheryl gets an extra 15 seconds to go to the car, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the main challenge is the first design challenge of the season. I'm fucking excited. I always love the design challenges. It's always one of my favorite episodes of the season. I'm so excited. So it's, like I already said, Drag on a Dime, but in the UK. And they're getting it from the back of a car boot sale. And with Cheryl's 15-second head start, she grabs a box of yellow rubber gloves and just tosses them to the side. And that was really all she got, which would definitely not be the first thing I grabbed, considering Mayhem in season 10 just did that. So already not a good idea. But these girls are crazy, and they are fucking ruthless getting to this car boot sale. Everybody is brutal, ripping through all the fucking shit that they have to get, ripping the interior off of the car. It's crazy. But I was so upset. They showed Vinegar grabbing some like leopard print from the interior of the car, and she never ended up wearing it, and I 100% would have worn the leopard print if I got that. Was it leopard? It may have been cheetah. If it was cheetah, then ugh.
Back off, bitches. That tablecloth is mine. It was carnage. It was like the reduced section in a supermarket. Everybody was grabbing for the sausages.
Yes!
And in this moment, Crystal comes out and lets everybody know that she took costume design at uni. So Miss Thing is setting herself up for possibly a big win or a big fail. She, spoiler alert, was robbed this episode, as the kids would say. Crystal really did phenomenal this episode. She should have won the mini challenge. She should have won the main challenge. She didn't win either of them. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Blue, once again, talks about how she's going to wear chaps on the runway. She literally has worn chaps for every single runway. Like, except for the yellow hometown look with the cranes, which has been my favorite look that she's worn without fail, girl. She has worn chaps every time, even in the promo. Hopefully she changes up the silhouette, mom. And Vivian has such a brilliant idea to use the tapes from a VHS tape, from a bunch of old VHS tapes, to make a dress with, which that is so brilliant. I never would have thought of that. Such a good idea. But honestly, I'm getting ahead of myself again, but seeing the end product of it, I wasn't really that impressed with it. And I'm really enjoying, we got a lot of camera time in the workroom watching the girls work and Kiki together and Kai Kai together. No, not really. It's not season 11. I'm really enjoying seeing the camaraderie between the queens this season because I feel like this is such a great cast and they're all so likable and so funny, and I'm just really loving this season so far, to be honest. However, all the time in the workroom really does kind of set up who's going to be in the top and who's going to be in the bottom. Like, during Rue's walkthrough, it was really clear that Crystal was going to be in the top. It was really clear Vinegar was going to be in the bottom. It was pretty clear that Something Wong was going to be in the bottom. Even though she shouldn't have been, RuPaul was just really fucking grilling her for no reason. Her jacket ended up coming out amazing. We also start to see some cliques forming in the workroom. Bag of Chips, Vivian, and Crystal are all clicking up and becoming like the little plastics of the group, which a lot of people online are criticizing them for, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like if I was in this situation, I probably would end up clicking up with people and being one of the mean girls. It's just something that a lot of the gays can't help, you know?
Who do you think's got the best outfit?
Me.
I'd say you and Crystal.
Yours is gorgeous, well.
This side of the room, Confidence Corner. Confidence Corner is a place where winners get ready. You've got me, the queen of acting. You've got the Vivian, the queen of looks. You've got Crystal, the queen of something.
When they come in the next day, there's a really cute, shady moment of Davina and Vivian, and really all the girls just going in on Vinegar, saying, oh, she's absolutely fucked her outfit. Oh, she's fucked. It was, see, again, just, once again, the girls of this season are so genuine, so funny, and so cunty, so ruthless. I'm loving it. Onto the runways. I really loved RuPaul's dress. I really did not love RuPaul's hair, however. I'm pretty sure Delta isn't doing the hair for the UK season. Like, I'm pretty sure she said that in the Hot Goss episode with Willem in Alaska, but I'm not 100% positive. On the contrary, I fucking loved Michelle's hair, but Michelle's hair and makeup always looks amazing. Michelle had, like, crazy eyelashes on. It looked sickening. And they had fucking Twiggy, the icon herself, the model, the supermodel, for the kids who don't know who Twiggy is. Girl, you better hop on the Google and... because Twiggy's a legend. A living legend. On to the Queen's runways. First up is Davina DeCampo. Her look was honestly really fucking cool. It was done really well considering she used practically IKEA bags, but just in plaid. It looked well constructed. It was really cool. I love that she had a big picnic umbrella. I thought that was very impactful. However, I don't necessarily think, spoiler alert, I don't necessarily think she should have won, but, you know, the judges really loved her look. The next on the runway, going from really, really high to really, really low, was Bag of Chips, who certainly didn't look her best. Her little, what did she make? Not loofah. She made her outfit out of steel wool, and it really did not look very good. I'm just gonna be honest. I think the common consensus online is that she really didn't look good and she probably should have been at the bottom, but I'm happy she wasn't, and I really think the only reason that she wasn't was because she sold the fuck out of it on the runway. So Blue Hydrangea's next on the runway, and like I already said, I was kind of disappointed with the fact that she wore the same silhouette again. She just wore a pair of chaps, and honestly, this was probably my least favorite pair of chaps that she's worn. I thought the whole look was overall just way too much. It was really in your face, but she was definitely safe. I'm not going to complain about that. She deserved to be safe. And then next up was Something Wong in a fabulously made and fabulously tailored blazer. However, I do think she was bottom 2 just because she didn't have a shirt on under it. When she pulled her blazer open and she just had tape over her nipples. You know, it seemed like she spent all the time making the jacket and she didn't have time to make a shirt, which is obviously what did happen. But I think that if she had a shirt on under it, she probably would have been safe. She definitely would have been safe. And then the next up was Vivienne, and like I already said, I thought this was such a great concept and such a great idea. But it just didn't really work out like I hoped it would have. I wish that the cricket knee pads, whatever the fuck they are, I wish they were like cut in half and going straight up like that, because they were too heavy, obviously, and they were sagging. And then at the bottom, it just looked like she didn't have enough tape. So, you know, whatever. Then after Vivienne was Vinegar, and honestly, Vinegar surprised me. I thought her look was not that bad. I thought it looked pretty okay. It was a lot better than I expected, but what I will say is that I fucking hate these airbrushed cat suits to make it look like these Nude Illusion airbrush cat suits, you know what I mean? I hate them, especially when they're like the shiny lycra. It looks so bad. It looks so unrealistic. You really need to cover up the neckline if you're gonna wear that, and a lot of the other parts of it if you're gonna wear that, to be honest. And then after Vinegar was Cheryl Hole, which she looked mediocre. I didn't hate her look. I didn't love her look. I feel nothing towards it. But right after Cheryl is Crystal. Like I've already said, we've already established the fact that I think that she should have won. Her fucking outfit is so gorgeous. I never would have thought to use beach balls as a panier. She made like French panniers with beach balls. And she was safe? Really? Well, she was top, but she she should have won. What the fuck? Crystal was the only one that when she stepped on the runway, I literally gasped. I was like, she looked so gorgeous. I was upset she didn't win. Blue and Bagger are safe. Davina is the winner. Clearly, they're loving Davina's look. They're loving Crystal's look, but not as much as Davina's, I guess. I don't know why. But the judging was kind of boring. Nothing too exciting happened. No one got snappy with RuPaul. No one fought back. Nothing too exciting happened. So moving on to the little untucked portion they have in the middle of the episode, Vinegar immediately brings up the fact that Michelle brought up that that nobody knew how to sew, and Vivienne took the words right out of my mouth. She was like, why the fuck don't you know how to sew if you're on the show? Oh my gosh, please excuse the fucking music. I hope it's not too annoying. But really, Vivienne was speaking the truth. She was saying, everyone here has obviously watched the show for how many seasons, so the fact that you don't know how to sew, or that you have absolutely like no knowledge on how to make an outfit, is a little bit ridiculous. I agree with everything Vivienne said.
Me doing drag, I want to go to a club and perform.
That's great, but you know you were coming to a competition where you needed to fucking sew.
And then Vinegar also calls out Cheryl and was like, do you think you could have done more with your outfit? And everyone really kind of jumps on Cheryl again and starts talking about how her outfit is practically shit and how everyone keeps taking the piss out of her outfit and nobody likes it. But Cheryl always has such a good attitude. She always remains in her best spirits. And I really love that about Cheryl. She's annoying but growing on me. Like a rash. So back onto the runway, not surprisingly, Vinegar is in the bottom 2, but surprisingly, Something Wong was in the bottom 2. Whatever. The lip sync song is Would I Lie to You by the Eurythmics, which is such a fucking good song. But let me just say, this is, okay, I don't know if I'm alone over here, but when there's a song that I know and love on Drag Race, I feel like I can't, like, ever perform it because people are just gonna, like, compare it to that lip sync. So I guess it's kind of a good thing the lip sync wasn't that exciting, because, oh my god, I literally was like, who just lip synced? Who just lip synced last episode? I completely forgot Scaredy Cat was on the season. I don't know what the fuck Vinegar was doing during this lip sync. Literally, like, she fell down at the back of the stage and crawled her way up. It definitely didn't look the best, and I was not surprised to see that Vinegar Strokes was sent packing, sashay away. Did anyone really think she was gonna make it to the top 3? I'm happy Something Wong won the lip sync. I hope she wins the actual challenge next episode, because I really love her and I think she's doing well in the competition, but for some reason the judges aren't seeing it. I also think that she has great commentary and great talking head. So we will see what happens next episode. I am currently rooting for the same people. I'm definitely Team Bag of Chips, Team Vivian, and I really loved Crystal this episode, but I don't know how far Crystal's gonna make it onto the... She seems like she's gonna be underappreciated by the judges, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm proved wrong. Hopefully I am wrong. I really want to be wrong, because I love her. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check back next week for another recap of Drag Race UK Season 1, girl. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like the video. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and dislike it. Tell me in the comments why you didn't like it. Tell me my makeup looks like shit. I can handle it. Please, let me know. I want the feedback. Most importantly, go into the description, Mom, and follow me on Instagram. But again, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.